Hey, what's up, everybody? BDF44 coming at you with another video. All right, so I get to step away from the playoffs for just a second and talk about a little Laker news. Just some role players that the Lakers are targeting right now, which I think could be a positive thing. Damien Jones, center that the Lakers had briefly, long center, can catch a lot of lobs, can do a lot of good things for you on the boards, particularly. And also Gary Harris, someone who's played for the Nuggets and Orlando Magic, who's had a lot of injury issues, but from my understanding can thrive defensively. And when he initially came to the league, was somebody who could score about 20 points and really had a nice slash to the basket 3-point shot game. Now the 3-point shot has fallen off. That didn't really sustain from what I understand. And talking to one of the guys I was speaking with on Facebook about the Lakers and the situation, he said he was following Gary Harris and said that he wasn't very good defensively. I was under the impression that he was good defensively, so I really don't know his game. That's the moral of the story. I don't know the man's game like that. But I've heard good things about Gary Harris on both sides of the floor over the years. And if he's a healthy player, we know that he has some game. So he can contribute one way or another, even if at a very minor capacity. He's not somebody I'm bringing in thinking he's going to be a star. I don't even want him playing necessarily too much. But we're talking about building from the back of the bench forward at this point. And I think this is a good way to start. You know, what you want, I think, is to have a vision for your team and to have your budget in mind. And it seems like the Lakers got that right. You know, we're not sitting up here saying, yo, we want Jason Tatum, we're going to go trade for the first pick. No, you ain't got to do all that. Just make sure that you have the elements of basketball that help you and continue to build on what it is that you have. Go into the season humble. Know that you're not going to be that good and continue to try to develop the players that you have. Let the superstars take us wherever they're going to take us. If they're as good as they say they are, then they're going to be able to run with those kids and get to the finals. If they're not, then it is what it is. But I don't think that we need to be skipping steps trying to meet their timeline anymore. Period. If they want to be a part of what we're doing, stick around a little bit, see what we do. We could build something that'll be really, really good and sustain for a long time. But if that is not something they can be a part of, then we could trade them for a lot. And that's been what I'm been speaking the whole time, so that's not going to change. I like what we're doing. Start small, baby steps, good decisions. Think defense, think sustainability, which Gary Harris, I don't know. But like I said, if he's the last guy on your bench, you can feel okay about that. And that's ultimately what it is. You know, I think the Lakers are, with that being said, addressing two things: defense, size. So that's very encouraging, to say the least. I want the Lakers to very much retain Wenyen Gabriel. I understand that there are ways for us to upgrade for sure, but I do not want us to let that piece go at all. I don't care what you think his trajectory is going to be or what it is that you're trying to build. You want a guy like that on your team. He runs hard. He has length. He plays defense. He makes plays that help ignite a crowd. Catch a lob, dunk a ball, 50-50 balls, get in passing lanes, get out in the break, that kind of stuff. Wenyen Gabriel is very important, in my opinion, regardless of what you think he's about to be. Even if he's a role player, I still want that kid on the team. So that's something I want to put out there for sure. Obviously, I feel the same way about Austin Reeves. Some of those players kind of go without saying, but I wanted to acknowledge that I think we got something good there. And the other young players that we saw at the end of the year, you know, I want to see Mac McClung called up. I want to see more from the young player that we only saw 4 minutes of in the end. But he was really good with the time that he was given. You know, that's, I think, a recipe for success for the Lakers is to continue to look for those inexpensive but highly upside having pieces rather than going for what we did to fill our roster last year. If a player is somebody we know we're probably going to waive so that we can pick up somebody in the buyout market, I would rather that person that we pick up be a youngster. And if he happens to not be very good, then we have no problem letting them go, that kind of thing. Push come to shove, we just be more traditional and shrink our bench if we find the players that we have for a short time can't play very well. But I think at the end of the day, we just got to pick and plug and try things. So Damien Jones is somebody who's already been here. We know what he can do. We like who he is, and we like what we saw from him when he was with Sacramento as well. So bringing him back is a no-brainer. I was hopeful that we would do that anyway. And so all in all, it's a good thing. You know, Gary Harris, like I said, I feel like there's more to learn there. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut on that one. But it is what it is, man. I want to bring that to you And yeah, let's get back to the playoffs. My name's BDL44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.